Hello, everyone. This is your weekly reading for August 30th to September 5th. We're into September already, and we have a pretty big reading, so I'm going to get right into it. So the first card that we have is going to be through the Sacred Destiny cards by Denise, Linn, and it is security. Boy, this is coming up quite a bit, actually. Security, in this case, I'm looking at my thought patterns here. Security is what we are uh, looking at as something that is threatened at this time. And in all actuality, our security comes from within. How secure are we with ourselves? How secure are we with our communication with the divine and with the universe? And the more feelings of security that you have with yourself and with the divine, the more secure you're going to feel no matter what happens on the outskirts of things, meaning the global selection out there. But we're going to take a look at what they say in the Sacred Destiny Oracle cards about security. Once again, it came up, I believe, in the last reading. So this is kind of more of a little bit of a repetitive nature, but it seems as though, like I said before, that we're going to be seeing this come up. We're going to see the same sort of energies come up because of the astronomical and astrological aspects that are going on at this time. So let's see what security says. This, because it's talking, or it's looking at a firelit cove, or firelit cave rather. In ancient times, our forebears took refuge in caves. It was there that they could seek shelter from the weather and be protected from predators and enemies. The cave offered a safe place to prepare food, sleep, heal, and build community. Caves were also the places where sacred spiritual ceremonies occurred, evidenced by cave drawings and the altars that had been built along the ledges. Symbolically, caves often represented a secret pathway to the underworld, the divine womb of Mother Earth, and the Sacred Heart. Also, caves can be energy portals for shamans or other spiritual explorers. So the message is this: you are safe and protected. No matter what is occurring in your life, you are in safe hands. Those in the realm of spirit are watching over you. You can relax and let go. Once you've taken measures to protect yourself and those you love, such as making sure everyone has their seatbelt on in the car, making sure your insurance is paid on time, or replacing the filter on your heating unit, then let go. If you have been hypervigilant lately, take a break. Relax. Know that all is well, and you can turn it all over to the Creator. So we are going to see some, I feel as though we're going to see some pretty interesting things in the global arena that is somewhat going to challenge our thought patterns on how secure we feel with ourselves and with everything around us, and including how secure we feel about our future, how secure we feel about our family and our friends and our community network. And this is coming up, I believe, probably closer to the beginning of this week. The card reading it's basically, it's going to last throughout the week and usually goes within the order that I read them throughout the week. So Monday, we've got 7 cards. So the first card Monday, the second card Tuesday. However, the aspects, because of the fact that the energies are pretty much going on throughout the last few months and is carrying through, it may be that this particular card and a few others that come up will last throughout the week, or we'll see more of them in the latter part of the week. So the influences are there. So just put it this way. In order to feel secure within your own environment, take due diligence in preparing. Preparedness is always something wonderful for anything that you might feel intuitively that may be coming up for yourself, whether it is, well, there's been talks, right? There's been talks about maybe that the internet might go down, or, I mean, it's, who knows what'll happen. Okay, who knows what'll happen. But in other words, to take precautions for yourself that are physical precautions, but at the same time, know that spirit has your back, that whatever happens, you will be okay. This is a sign of reassurance. This particular card is reassuring you that, or assuring you that spirit has your back and that we will be protected no matter what we go through, that we will be protected. And all we need to do is basically feel secure within ourselves and knowing, having faith that we will be taken care of from spirit and from our community, gathering those with like minds and those who have that community involvement, that have been close with you, and or new community members that are going to be close with you, to just know that you will be taken care of, that you will be okay. All right, so that's our first card. The second card that we have from the same deck is embracing. I'm not sure if I'm quite positive that this card has come up before, actually, but embracing, well, embracing what is coming, embracing a newness, embracing change. We are going through change. It is inevitable. And as things are changing, then if we push back, if we resist against any type of change, and I mean, not so much the change that there are some aspects of change that we really need to make sure of, like that we continue to have the freedom that we want within ourselves, that fighting for truth, shall we say. I'm not promoting fighting. I'm just saying that basically knowing that we are looking for the truth of everything. We're looking for the truth in the matter of what's out there, as well as with the truth of ourselves. But embracing the change that is occurring within ourselves, as well as what is on the outside. There must be a change in order for newness to come in. So embracing is embracing that which is occurring without resisting the change that is happening within you. For instance, if, for example, you have the opportunity to change a position in your job or change locations of where you are, and you're hemming and hawing about it, this is the perfect time to trust your intuition, to go within, do your due diligence of looking up any, researching anything about the location or about anything that you need, say, for your job, or even whether or not you've been contemplating changing social media platforms or whatever it is that you're deciding upon. Know that these things are happening because we are changing as a being, or as a group of beings on this planet. We are all changing. And because of that, the global arena is changing. Things are collapsing, things are becoming new. And in fact, we don't know what will happen in the near future. What will the new Earth look like? So in this case, it's saying embrace it rather than completely butting heads and resisting it. Because if we do that, what we're doing is we're impeding the change within us. We're impeding that energy that can really be taking a beautiful being that you are and making you even that much more of a beautiful being. Okay, so looking at embracing and reading what it says within the guidebook. Floodplains. A floodplain is a naturally occurring phenomenon in which the land adjacent to a river floods out to far banks of the surrounding land during times of high water, which, my goodness, we've been having that in the northern hemisphere at this moment. Land that is normally dry may be underwater for a period of time. When this occurs, silt, sand, and nutrients are deposited. For this reason, floodplains are often areas of great fertility as well as rich ecosystems. They're excellent areas for lush, abundant crops. It is a natural occurrence that allows life in all areas to thrive. So the message is this. Sometimes life overflows with emotions which can feel uncomfortable. However, the ensuing result of this discomfort can be of great value, perhaps arising from an unseen or unknown source. You get this card when emotions are seemingly overflowing or not flowing at all. Cherish the overflow of emotions and embrace the times that seem murky. For your inner floodplains are being replenished, and as a result, there will be a great spiritual and physical expansion. Embrace all your emotions, and when you do so, greater prosperity and fertility will flow into your life. Alternatively, if your emotions have been blocked, this is the time to explore and experience them. So, this is talking about emotional energy. And what is increasingly seen at this time is that the planetary aspects are definitely triggering a lot of emotional reverberation within us. And this is saying allow these emotions to occur, but not to take over our thought patterns and intuition. Allow these energies to flow through you. And if you've had emotional blocks, this is a time to let go of them. Let the floodplains, move and be fluid at this time. We know, for example, that we're going through a lot of change. With that will come a lot of emotion. And we need to experience these emotions in order to move forward in our lives. So experience it, but don't let it take over. If you allow emotional energy to take over, it will cloud your mind, and it will continue to, if you're thinking about something, you're going to continue to think and think and think and think about the same thing. Well, I mean, our thoughts are usually upon the past or the future, which is really not helpful. So at this time, this is saying, allow the emotions to flow, but let go of the emotions and embrace that part of you that requires newness. It's thirsty for newness. Okay, so that is the Sacred Destiny. We're going into the Enchanted Map Oracle cards at this time by Colette Baron Reid. And these are the ones I'm talking about. We've been looking through these quite a bit in the last few readings. So we're going to look at, Moonlight in protection position. So this is Moonlight, and it's in protection position. Okay. So this is interesting because I find that this might actually make a lot of sense and probably tie in the other two cards. Your intuition allows you to see beyond the mundane, logical, and analytical. Follow it. Reversed. Too much analyzing is getting you nowhere. So reverberating your thoughts on the past and the future doesn't help any. Stop overthinking things. You may be exhausted from second guessing yourself all the time and losing your footing. Are you insecure? Security. Are you insecure about your ability to make good choices? Step back and regroup and enter into a more trusting relationship with the flow of life. Definitely ties the two together. Don't become overly concerned about perceived mistakes. How will you learn to dance if you don't occasionally take a misstep? On the moonlit pathways, you can discover love and truth and wondrous things. There is nothing to fear but fear itself. Go play, have fun, stay open, and trust. So what's interesting about this is the tie-in that it is saying, try not to think about the past or what could be the future at this time. Although, if you're going to think about the future, think about how you want your future to be. And that's actually kind of fun. Because if you think about what the reality could be, in other words, creating your reality, that is, and creating the future that you would like, then it becomes less ominous, if you know what I mean. It's not something that, obviously, a lot of us don't want to see any disruption, any discomfort, any pain, any problems, any unhealthy situations. We want to see the opposite, right? We want to see wellness. We want to see peace, freedom, love. We want to see community. So thinking upon those things would be the most beautiful opportunity to create your reality when you think about the future, if you're going to think about the future. Forget about the past. Like I said in the last reading, the last week, one of the main themes was let go of the past because the past is gone. Now we are creating a new future, which includes knowing and trusting that you are secure, that spirit is helping you and carrying you along the new path that is about to occur, and embracing it, not to say and not to discount emotions that come with it, or that might even be grief upon the closing the door and closing the chapter on the past, but moving forward with a newness and a likenship that basically you are open to what's to come, or open to creating a reality of beauty and love in the future. And so when it says you can discover love and truth and wondrous things, sometimes if we're thinking about something, or we're having to go through an experience of loss, so loss of property, loss of a business, loss of your job, loss of a person, it's by all means, this is a grievous time period that allows you to grieve. It's not saying don't grieve, don't feel it, feel the sadness of it. It's saying feel it, because this is who we are. We are humans who feel. But don't let it take over your life. Don't let it impede the flow of the new energy that is coming in. Okay, so this is interesting for the map, the enchanted map. It's actually telling a story. The next card from the enchanted map is also gentle gardener. Being gentle with self, being gentle with what you are about to, what seeds you're planting. So being gentle with yourself, being gentle with the circumstances that are at hand. And so just to read and reiterate, because I know gentle gardener has come up in the past. Be your own person. Be a conscious creator. Now, this is in the upright position. So the gentle gardener is visiting you at this moment in your life to remind you that your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs create the reality you experience. She is the embodiment of the energy within you that is sent out into the field of co-creation and ensures that all that you are is reflected in the world of form. Are you aware of your thoughts? What is their quality? Believe in limitless possibilities, and you will see miracles unfold. The gentle gardener guarantees the integrity of everything you send out into the world. Stay positive and expect a wondrous return. Your garden is abundant with beauty. Now, tying everything in, allow yourself to feel, making sure that whatever it is that you're thinking about for a future, if you're going to think about the future, think about something wonderful. Think about the kind of thing, the kind of life that you want to live, that is full of passion and creativity, and allowing yourself to feel happiness and joy. And so at this particular time, if you look at everything that's going on in the world, some of that stuff just seems like it's so far away. However, this is saying we do create what it is that we become in form. So dream a little bit. Allow yourself to dream and to see that it could be quite a reality in the near future if you allow that dream, that thought pattern, that creativity to become form. Whatever is happening in the world is actually a platform to become the form that we want it to be. So, in other words, if you are within a community that is of the same mind, that wants freedom and love and trust and truth and integrity, then, which I think a lot of us, if not most of us, do, then think along those lines. And the more you think about this, now, energy, I'm going to bring this up. Our thoughts create our reality. Now, how does that mean? Well, basically, our thoughts are still energy. Our words are still energy, even though we don't see them. And even though whenever we think them, we're not seeing what's happening. We might see it in a cartoon and you have the little bubble there with what it is that they're saying. Well, that's actually, in a sense, the energy that is going up there. Thoughts are energy, words are energy. Everything is energy. So, as we know, if everything around us is energy, we do see form. We do see physical form. So that means that we have this creativity, this ability to create that which we want in form. The more you put that energy out there, the more you allow yourself to think along the lines, you're going to see it come into form. So if you have had fear of what is about fear of having getting sick, for example, then the more you have that fear perpetuating, that fear energy is actually being sent into the universe and creating fear. So just as much as you can think something beautiful within your life, you can send that energy out there to also create the opposite. Just to keep in mind, watch what you think. Okay, so let's go on. Again, this is basically creating this story. Now we have encouragement, but it's in the protection position. So upside down, this is encouragement in the reverse position. Okay, we had this as well. I believe in the last reading, for the last weekly reading. Encouragement in the reversed position. You are receiving a nudge in the right direction. A misstep, again, it's talking about a misstep or a mistake. A misstep isn't the end of the world. You've fallen into a trap of false courage, and only humility will lead you out of it. Perhaps you weren't listening to your intuition, and now you're in a jam. Being too self-reliant without knowing the ropes has brought you to this place. Don't become too discouraged. All is well, and you can always start again. Take another road and surely discover new territories where love really blooms. Just remember to rely on your higher power. You can't always get what you want, but spirit knows your needs. Something better awaits around the corner. So this is more or less talking about how it's giving you that encouragement, that spirit is giving you encouragement to continue on, even though you might have actually made a mistake in your life. Or looking at this, it's saying falling into a trap of false courage, feeling as though, oh yeah, this is the way to go. Yeah, sure, this is the way to go. But then realizing that maybe that wasn't quite the way to go. Think about taking the wrong turn. Say you're driving in your car and you're pretty sure that this is the way to go. But you take the turn and you realize, this is not the greatest place. This is not going to get me anywhere closer to where I need to be in an efficient point of time. So this is saying that, in fact, if we look at the global arena, what I believe is that there may be some truth that will come out within the week as well, that might make us realize that we might have believed in something that we're going to find the opposite from what we believed in. And if that is the case, then it's not, again, it says it's not the end of the world. You just adapt and you just realize, okay, I'm going to take that little nugget of information and put it into my knowledge base and my little library in here. And I'm going to just go forward, see where this takes me. So the encouragement for this is a mistake is not necessarily a mistake. In fact, in one of my cards, it does talk about the fact that a mistake is mistaking. So take again. In other words, I actually don't believe in mistakes. I believe that anything that we consider a mistake or anything that is falsely leading us to believe, there is an experiential acknowledgement to take into account with that. So it's an experience that you can log into your subconscious and basically say, okay, you know what? I guess I was wrong. And I suppose I'm going to need to move forward with this anyways. It challenges your emotions, which again, there's an underlying theme of emotions as well with this. It challenges your emotions, but it also means that with those emotions, don't allow them to overtake you. Just say, okay, you know what? That sucks. And just say, all right, you know what? Okay, so now I know I'm going to move forward. Okay. The next card that we have is actually through a different deck that I have. And I know that we've covered this deck before. It's with The Soul's Journey by James Van Praagh. I think that they're a lovely deck of cards, actually, that tell things just the way they are. And we're looking at honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. Now we're talking about truth. This whole time period is about truths coming up. And there have been a lot of truths, things that you would never have expected to be uncovered, just all of a sudden coming up. Like for example, the residential schools and how finding mass graves of children. It's horrendous. It's crazy, but it is also what happened. That is, again, this is the past. This is a way of learning from the past and moving forward. That is a truth. That is what happened. That is a truth. Now, there have been a lot of atrocities. And my heart goes out to the Indigenous people who basically had this situation happen. I also want to say that it's not just the Indigenous children. There are many, 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 many children of all races that have had a similar situation, maybe not through the residential school systems, but through many different options, many different things. So, I don't know, orphanages, many, many things, just put it that way. So the honesty it's definitely something that you were seeing on the global arena. But what this truly means is that you can be true to yourself, honor yourself, and be honest with yourself about what your truth is. Okay, so we're going to read through this and then we'll interpret a little bit more. Okay. Being truthful with others is a slippery business. You are expected to tell and expected to be told white lies. No one wants their feelings hurt, but sometimes a strong dose of reality is needed. No one can tell you definitively in what circumstances an untruth would be better, but honesty is usually the best policy. You and only you know in your heart when the right time it is to be totally honest. The only time you must be absolutely truthful is when you are addressing yourself. You must at all times present yourself authentically to those around you. Only by being yourself do you draw in the people and circumstances that you most need to learn from. So well put. Being honest with yourself sometimes actually can be difficult. In other words, if you've gone through an experience where you're not 100% sure what to do, what choice to make, the honesty from within can be cloudy. And that is, again, from emotions that are actually clouding the truth of the matter, the intuition, that clarity that you need to make the decision that will help you along your life path. So when it says to be honest with yourself, in the same sentence, I would say allow yourself to be in quiet, to be with yourself. This is a time to go into that side of you that maintains silence or quietness breathe, do yoga, go for a walk. Although sometimes people ruminate their ideas when they go for walks. Try as much as possible to do something that allows you to be with yourself, and only with yourself, no one else, with no one else's energy, and allow yourself to be able to let that emotion go. Cry, scream, yell, go in the car, take it somewhere into the park and just have at her when you scream and let things go. Let the tears flow. Let everything out. And mark my words, because I've done this before, the truth will come out for a decision if you need to make it. Be honest with yourself for everything that you do, and you will find the truth. The last card that we have for this week is abundance. I am a limitless being, and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. Holy moly. Now, what's beautiful about this is abundance comes in the color of red. And red has to do with the root chakra. It is basically how we feel, how we are governed. And if, say, for example, the root chakra, which is at the base of the spine, you have a bad back, some pain in your lower back, that has to do with the root chakra, the energy of abundance. And usually it does have to do with monetary abundance or physical abundance, something in the physical. So basically, you have this opportunity to be a limitless being. You have this opportunity to realize your potential and know that you are way, way, way more than you think you are in this form. We're in physical form, in a human physical form, but we are on the inside super powerful in creating that reality that we want. So we're going to look at abundance. And it is our countenance as individuals, as beings of light. So always remember that you are God, and God is all about creation. God says yes. The ego says no. In order to have abundance in all areas of your life, you must create the space of receiving and know that you are deserving of anything your heart desires. The more you can release limited thinking and worry, the more open you are to receiving the infinite flow of the universe. Allow yourself to have fun when manifesting what you want in life and enjoy the process. Like I said, it can be a fun thing. By embracing a positive mindset, you are opening the door to unexpected abundance. It is natural to have abundance in your life, and you must realize that any thoughts of limitedness may have come from either a past life or a life condition you have chosen to overcome. They could also originate from programming that you received from the environment you grew up in and the value systems you were taught when you were young. Now is the time to begin to live with the realization that you are worthy of having abundance in every aspect of your life. When you are in the vibration of receiving, you can manifest whatever you desire in this physical reality. It becomes an underlying theme, and it's something that has been said by many people who are of positive thinking and the power of positive thinking. Not to say, like I said before, and throughout this entire reading, it says acknowledge your emotions. It's not that you're not supposed to feel them. You're absolutely supposed to feel emotions, no matter what they are. That is the human experience. The one thing that we need to do is let them go. Feel them, allow them to be like water, come through you, and let it go and let it flow out of you. That being said, going through this week, There will be some very challenging things that we'll see within the global platform. And having said that, with the planetary aspects, it will send out energies within us that will also be challenging. But what this is saying and reassuring you is that spirit has your back. And it's saying to embrace the emotion and emotions that come within you, but let them go. Embrace the change that is occurring in your life. Realize that you are a powerful being and that you can create the reality that you want. You plant the seeds as the gentle gardener, and you can create something beautiful within your life. And within the global platform, like I said, our energy, our thoughts, our energy, our voice is energy. So, what would you like to think into reality? What would you like to voice or verbalize into reality? Having said that as well, Spirit is encouraging you that if you've heard or have made any error in your life, that things have occurred and maybe did not have the most positive outcome, know that if it is a mistake, you can take again. That you should be honest with yourself and know that honesty and truth is a very, very big form of human acceptance, human life, that we demand the truth from others, but at the same time, sometimes we are being lied to. So, in order to continue with honesty in our lives, we, each and every one of us, need to be honest, because honesty is the best policy when it comes to the truth of the matter and creating a seamless movement forward in our journey. And with that, we have that capability, because we are powerful beings, to create the abundance in our lives, the abundance of freedom, the abundance of truth, the abundance of honesty, the abundance of money, if we need that, because honesty, in all honesty, pardon me, the monetary system is changing. So the abundance of whatever it is that is there for us to live comfortably, we have this capability, the abundance of love. So I think this is going to be a pretty interesting week. I encourage you to journal as well, to write down or type, but writing is actually better because, again, there's energy in our ability to write down what it is that we experience, whether it's through dreams or on a day-to-day basis, how you feel, kind of like an emotional journal, and just see how, and which can change dramatically throughout an entire day. Just see what emotions are coming up. And once you write them down, I can guarantee that you write them down later, when you look at them, you'll realize, you know what? I went through a whole lot. Did I actually take them all in and leave them there and let them fester? Or did I let them go? So it's a nice little way to tidy up the emotional tally that you have within you. So I hope it is a wonderful week for you and for me and for everyone. I love the fact that I have you listening to me, and I am so, so, so grateful. So thank you so much for joining me on this particular weekly reading. If you like this video, please press on the like button below, and please subscribe to my channel. I will be posting more things in the future, and I very much enjoy your company. So thank you very much. Have a wonderful week, and we will see you in the next video.